Hello, my name is Monica, and today I'm going to give a brief tutorial on how to use and navigate Task Coach. Using this tool, you will be able to manage multiple projects, to-do lists, and any other tasks that requires multiple activities to be completed. This tool is also available for Windows, Mac, and Linux operating systems, and you can even download and use it on your iPhone or your iPod Touch. Now let's begin with a tour of how to use the software. After opening the Task Coach application, begin by creating a new task by going to the Task tab at top and selecting New Task. You'll see a dialog box populate. Being that I'm a full-time student, I have a lot of projects to keep track of, so I'm going to use my current assignments and classes as an example for you to follow. I'll start with my art history class. And I'll enter in a brief description. Meets Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I'll set the priority for this class. Currently my third priority. I will move on to the next tab for dates. We're halfway done with the quarter, so I can still continue to use today's date. Due date will be finals, so I'll say March and enter in the date. And you'll notice that you can enter in specific time for your start date and due date. I will leave the completion date blank for now and unchecked because I've not yet completed this course. And if needed, I could set up a reminder about this course and set it to reoccur either daily, weekly, monthly, or yearly. Now that that tab's completed, I'll move on to the next tab. Prerequisites is listed in case I need to complete something prior to this course. So we'll leave that blank because I don't have any prerequisites for this course. Progress, I can track how far along I am. Since we're well into the quarter, I'll put myself at 50% completed. Next tab of categories, I can add additional categories to this course if needed. And the budget tab, I currently don't have a budget for this course, but if this were a real life work scenario, I could enter in the budget information here as far as the allocated budget, time spent, budget left, hourly fee, fixed fee, or revenue. The drop down allows me to add in additional information such as a special note for myself. You can also add attachments, and you can change the appearance by font, color, background color, similar to what you would do in a Word doc or any type of formatting. Now that I've entered in all of my information for my art history course, I'll select OK. You'll notice that as I enter in more courses and information, each little dial here will be color coded, and that's based off of the priority and completion date. And you'll notice when you hover over art history, it'll populate a little gold box of the description that I entered in. Now I'm preparing for finals, so for art history I'm going to add another folder for a specific task that needs to be done for this class. And I'll do that by right-clicking on art history, selecting new task, and new subtask. So my subject for my subcategory is going to be prep for final. And my description will be complete reading for chapters 10 through 15. This is my second priority currently. I'll assign a due date for this to be done, which will be first weekend of March. And again, I have not completed it yet, so I will leave completion date open. And now I'll set a reminder for myself for that Thursday. And I won't set a reoccurrence for this. Now that this task is a part of my art history class, I will set the prerequisite of my art history, just so it's linked together. Progress I'll leave at 0 because I have not yet started to read the chapters. And I will select OK. So now you can see the subfolder populated. Now I'm going to move on to my next class. So I'll go back to task, new task, and I'll enter in my next class. Which is going to be my econ class. And I'll do a brief description again. We'll make this my first priority. And again, enter in the dates. And again, I'll select the week of midterms as my due date. I don't have any prerequisites for this course. Progress. We're about halfway done, so I can say 50% here as well. And I will select OK. And here you can see my econ class has been populated. Now I need to add a couple of to-dos for my econ class, so I will right-click and enter in a new subtask. So my new subtask is reading, and description will be read chapters 14 and 15. We'll say this is my second priority, and we'll make this due this weekend. Progress, I've actually started reading part of chapter 14. So I'm about a quarter of the way through. So that completes. And you'll notice since my econ is a higher priority than my art history, it'll be listed first. And I can also add a note instead of adding another subcategory for my to-dos. So I'll do that by right-clicking on my econ class, and I'll add a note. And my note will be to complete quizzes on Blackboard. And for my description, I'll put quizzes due 3/14. I can also add an attachment if I need to, which could be the link to Blackboard or the link to the quizzes or reading. I can also change the appearance of my note by selecting color. And there's various different ways you can select color. There's a little spectrum here, color scale, specific colors, and then the crayon box colors. So I'll select some colors here. Also, you can change the background color of your note. I'll do that here. You can also change the font, and one cool little tool that I like is that you can select different icons. So I'll put a laptop as my icon since I have to complete this online. And not only can you use icons for your notes, but you can use them for any of the new tasks or folders that you set up. So now when you hover over your econ class, you'll notice that the note has been added, complete quizzes on Blackboard. And again, all of my priorities have been set for both of my classes. If I wanted to go back in and edit, I can always double click to reopen the dialog box and make any changes that are needed. Now that we completed the tour of Task Coach, I hope that now you'll be able to completely organize all of your tasks and projects. If at any time you want to save your projects, you definitely can, or you can even send a reminder to yourself by emailing your task or even printing them out for safekeeping. This concludes the training. Thank you.